Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to The Tonight Show. This is it. It's gonna be a fun show tonight. Well, guys, Toy Story 5 just had a record opening weekend at the box office and is now expected to make over $1 billion. Yeah. $1 billion, that is a lot of money. That's more green than Trump's reflecting pool. That's a lot of, it's green. Green. That's right, everyone's still talking about the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. President Trump paid $14 million to paint it American flag blue. And now chunks of paint are coming off. It's full of peroxide, algae, and the water is green. But other than that, all good. Yep, Trump somehow went from draining the swamp to creating one. Meanwhile, Trump is now claiming that vandals cut a 300-foot slit in the new reflecting pool lining with a knife, which is weird because a month ago, he said this about the new reflecting pool lining.
You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it.
Well, here to clear things up is White House spokesperson Spencer Elman.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy. Just what a shameful day for this great nation.
So you really think vandals cut a 300-foot slit in the reflecting pool lining?
Yeah, we're sure of it. These maniacs took a knife and they absolutely gutted the president's perfect renovation. It's horrifying.
Okay, but a month ago, Trump said you couldn't cut his new reflecting pool lining with a knife.
It's because you can't, Jimmy. Completely impossible. I mean, this is top-of-the-line material, totally indestructible.
How can both things be true?
Which two things?
That they cut the reflecting pool with a knife.
Yep, yeah, that happened.
And you can't cut the reflecting pool with a knife.
Can't do it, knife would break.
So did they or didn't they cut the reflecting pool with a knife?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, they did. They did, and also, I mean, what isn't making sense about this?
Everything.
Okay, all right, let me make it real simple for you, Jimmy. President Trump put down a perfect new pool lining that you couldn't even cut with a knife. Then vandals cut that lining with a knife, which you can't do, but they did, so it happened. But not to the lining, because that's uncuttable. Except with a knife, which they had. But it was totally useless, because you can't cut it, which they did. Does that make sense?
No, it definitely does not make sense.
Okay, question. Is my nose bleeding?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the hospital, sleep for a long time.
All right, thank you very much. A White House spokesman, everyone.
Good to not be here. What?
Hey, the big story right now is that officials from the U.S. and Iran are trying to negotiate a deal. It's a very important topic, so it's worth explaining further in Trump's own words. At first, Trump wanted regime change in Iran. He told the people, you deserve a government, or as he put it,
You deserve a government.
But now Trump's approval rating has plummeted after Americans of all walks of life rose up, or as he says,
Americans of all walks of life rose up.
things in the Strait went terribly, but the administration keeps acting like it's not as bad as it is, or as Trump says,
As bad as it is, it meant something.
the whole thing is a mess, and getting out of it will take devotion, prowess, and expertise, or as Trump calls them,
Devotion, prowess, and expertise.
Meanwhile, Trump seems distracted by the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial, or as he calls it,
The Lincoln Museum at Lincoln, and you have to see this.
He's also distracted by America's 250th, which will celebrate the time our Army manned the ramparts, or as Trump put it,
Our Army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts.
in the end, The war has cost hundreds of billions of dollars, and the only person with that kind of money is his friend Elon, or as Trump calls him.
My friend Leon. My friend Elon.
I hope that helped. My friend Leon. Well, switching gears, the FAA wants to use AI to reduce flight delays and manage air traffic. Meanwhile, Southwest says they're going to keep guiding their planes by having the pilot shout Marco and then shouting back Polo. You guys hear about this? World Cup fans are taking bottles of ranch dressing home as souvenirs, and the TSA had to issue a reminder you can't pack them in your carry-ons. It's tough seeing someone at security having to quickly chug a bottle of Hidden Valley. And finally, I saw that there's a record heat wave hitting Europe, so you know that ranch dressing is keeping real well. We have a great show. Give it up for the Roost, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. What a show we have for you tonight. She is one of our favorites, making her Broadway stage debut in the play Every Brilliant Thing. Her performances begin July 7th at the Hudson Theater. Tracy Ellis Ross is here tonight. Big deal.
Come on.
She stars in the new movie Supergirl, which is in theaters and IMAX this Friday. Millie Alcock is joining us. Supergirl! And we got great stand-up from Ryan Hamilton! New special on Netflix. Guys, this week is officially the first week of summer, and of course, we have the 4th of July coming up. People are already making big plans. Like most people, I'm going to be doing a little grilling out, so I thought it would be helpful to bring out someone who actually knows how to make the perfect 4th of July burger. Please welcome back barbecue expert Taffy, the Burger Master Thompson. Hey, bud. Nice to see you.
So happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show, Taffy.
Jimmy, thank you for that. It's really, really great to be here. And I'm very excited, you know, because I love to talk about grilling. And there's no better time for that than the start of the summer, right? And the 4th of July, like you just said, is right around the corner.
Yep.
Everybody's going to be getting together with their friends and neighbors. And I will bet that you have a really big shindig planned, right? Huh? Lots of friends coming over.
Sure.
I wonder what that's like.
What?
Well, no, I just, you know, the first ingredient of any successful backyard barbecue is friends.
Yes.
And the second ingredient is burgers.
There you go.
And we got those here. And let me tell you a little about them. These burgers, we went with an 85% lean, 15% fat mix.
Yeah, a little breadcrumb there.
You see how we mix them? We put those in there for good reason too, Jimmy. The fat gives the flavor, but the crumbs bind your burger so the patty doesn't fall apart. Like my 4th of July plans did. But I'll bet you, I will bet you that your, plans are pretty locked down, huh? Probably already got, I'm just imagining, I don't know. But I'm imagining you probably have string lights and, Bluetooth speakers, and I can probably, just see you and a buddy, just like throwing the frizz around.
Yeah, throwing the frizz. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, nice. Nice. Any extra tickets? Maybe there's one for me.
I don't sell tickets to
No,
barbecue.
of course.
All right,
no.
let's go.
Why
Let's
would
get
you?
to the.
You wouldn't, you wouldn't
No.
do that. Of course you don't. You know, I'd buy one if you did.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this here. What tips do you have for the perfect burger?
Burger tips. Yeah. Second tip coming up, Jimmy. I have for you. Look, what I want you to do: take your little thumbs and press them into the
Little
center. Yeah, your little thumbs.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, press them into the center of the burger. Now, if you create a small little divot
Sorry about that.
in each burger, Yeah, don't get that on you. Okay? Make a little divot in each burger. As the burger contracts, it will still cook evenly.
That's actually very helpful.
Yeah, okay. You see, I got some, I'll bet you got one of those big fancy ceramic grills too. With the flat top insert and the mini fridge outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me that address.
Okay, Taffy. You trying to get invited to my cookout?
What? What? What did you what? Whoa! Whoa! No! I'm Taffy, the Burger Master Thompson. Dude, if there's one day of the year I'm slammed, it's the 4th of July.
Okay.
I got lots of friends.
Okay.
I got lots of things to do.
All right.
I don't need a pity invite to a Jimmy Fallon cookout, okay?
All right, fine.
But I do. I'll take a pity invite. Ooh, I want to come to the party. Let me come to the party.
Okay.
I want to play cornhole.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh, kiss.
Come on, man. What do you want? What are you doing?
You come on.
What?
Invite me to the party,
What?
dude. Invite me to the party.
Invite you to the what party?
Invite me to your party. Invite me to your party. Is that clear? Is that clear?
All right.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
You're invited.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good.
It's about time, man. Cool. I mean, one tiny thing. Yeah. I am highly allergic to meat. Okay. And potato chips.
Taffy,
And I
the
can't
Burger
play
Master
games.
Thompson, everybody. We'll be right back. We're playing Password with some special guests.